Good morning, and welcome to episode 161 of Getting Rich. I'm your host, Rich Checkan, president of Asset Strategies International, and today is Wednesday, February 14th, 2024. Happy Valentine's Day, and happy Ash Wednesday, the first day of Lent. The Senate passed a $95.34 billion funding bill in order to send support to Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan. Senator Schumer asked Speaker Johnson to go ahead and do the right thing and get the funding bill passed in the House. Speaker Johnson says the bill is dead on arrival because it doesn't carry any provisions to take care of the border crisis on our southern border. Oh, and there's one other issue. We don't have any money. Inflate or die continues here as the empire shows signs of decay. Speaking of inflation, yesterday's inflation figures came out a little bit hotter than expected. The consensus forecast leading up to yesterday's announcement was that we were going to see a sub 3% increase in inflation. Again, we're not talking about the fact that prices are going down. We're talking about they're not going up as fast as they have over the past couple of years. But they were looking for 2.9%. They got 3.1%, and the markets reacted poorly to that. We'll take a look at the numbers here in a second, but leading up to the announcement of the figure, gold was higher, silver was higher, stocks were higher. Then the announcement came out and everybody said, oh no, they're not going to cut interest rates, as if we didn't know that already. Anybody listening to us weekly knows that they weren't cutting interest rates this soon, and everything was off. Gold fell, silver fell, stocks fell. So let's take a look at those numbers week on week. Gold is down 2.1%, below 2,000. It's at 1,992.70 an ounce from 2,035.30 last week. That's a 3-month low for gold. Silver's down 1.2%. It dipped below $22 an ounce, but this morning it's at $22.09 an ounce, down from $22.36 last week. That's a 3-week low for silver. Platinum down 1.4% to $891 an ounce from $904 an ounce last week. Palladium, the big loser, down 7.2% to $895 an ounce. $4 difference between platinum and palladium this week. That's down from $964 an ounce last week. With silver falling slower than gold, your gold-silver ratio, or the number of ounces of silver it takes to buy an ounce of gold, dropped to 90.54 ounces from 91.36 ounces last week. And as you would expect, the dollar is flexing its muscles a little bit. It's up to 104.90, just under 105 on the index. It was 104.05 last week. Well, folks, you know what's coming. All right, we can see it in the marketplace. We have an opportunity. You know that we are not going to balance a budget. We are always going to spend more money than we take in. We are going to inflate the currency. We're going to make every dollar in your wallet worth less, and therefore it's going to take more of them to buy gold and silver in the future. You've got an opportunity here with gold below $2,000 an ounce, silver hovering around $22 an ounce, to go ahead and pick up some gold and silver on the cheap. I suggest you take advantage of it. It won't last forever. We are going to see those prices rise. You've got a great opportunity to keep what's yours by buying gold and silver dirt cheap today. As always, we like you to go ahead and follow us on YouTube, like us, send us your comments and questions, subscribe to our social media, subscribe to our twice weekly Always Something Interesting alerts, our once monthly information line newsletter, but don't ever forget that getting rich starts with keeping what's yours.